Hello there. So my favourite board of today's duplicate in Children in Need on the Thursday, board 28. I'm sorry it's quite a late number, so I'm aware that quite a lot of you who are playing in the duplicate may not have played this board, but it's just such an amazing board that I can't resist running through it. And I know lots of you watching this actually won't have played in the duplicate at all, so the board number is of supreme irrelevance. Now, it's very interesting in the bidding as well. It's all about north-south, actually, but they haven't perhaps been featured quite as much as east-west in my earlier boards, so this redresses the balance. West passes. North, well, in Acol, British-style Acol, you open the major when you're 4-4 in a major and a minor. The rationale being that you're going to rebid no trump with your strong balanced hands. You're going to bid only one of your suits, so it does make sense for that suit to be a major rather than a minor. So one spade from north, east passes, two clubs from south. And now, well, I actually strongly recommend within an Acol base that you play the 2 no trump rebid here as forcing to game 15 to 19. So actually you don't really need the 3 no trump bid. So what I recommend and teach is that if you jump to 3 no trump, you are showing a strong balanced hand, but you're showing one with a fit for your partner's response. So 4 cards if partners responded 2 of a minor, 3 cards if partners responded 2 hearts, which guarantees 5 cards. But you're not quite as good as this north hand. You're more like about a 17 count with 4 spades and 4 clubs. So you're opening the door to a 6 club slam. But this north hand is so suitable for a club slam that I think that north should just bid 2 no trumps, forcing to game 15 to 19, planning to follow with 4 clubs if south raises to 3 no trump. South's not going to raise to 3 no trump though. South's got to show the delayed 3 card spade support in case north's got a 5th spade. South's thinking only really about game at the moment. But north now goes 4 clubs, and that's going to be showing the very, very good 4-4 in spades and clubs that was too good to bid 3 no trump last time. So now the question is, should south show a little squeak of excitement towards a possible club slam? I think yes, with 4 kings, just 4 diamonds. Fine to control bid a king when your partner's known not to have a singleton. When your partner's balanced, it's absolutely fine to control bid a king. You don't have to have an ace to make a control bid. And now north, return control bid. But now that south has squeaked, north is only thinking 6 or 7. So 4 hearts. And now you should play in these auctions that 4 of a major bids are playable. So when south bids 4 spades here, I do think that's a playable spot, a 4-3 fit. So it's non-forcing. And now north, realizing that south has only mild slam interest because that 4 spade bid is an attempt to possibly play in 4 spades, realizes that there's not going to be a grand slam, and so just goes 6 clubs. You could have got there quicker. Frankly, if you were playing at London's Portland Club where no conventions are allowed, then the bidding would go something like 1 spade pass, 2 clubs pass, 6 clubs. A lot to be said for thinking what you would do if no conventions were allowed. Improves your judgment. So we're actually going to look at the play in 6 clubs and in 6 no trumps and in 3 no trumps because it's different. Now, 6 clubs is a fantastic slam. West's going to lead, for example, the Queen of Diamonds. We're going to win. We're going to cash a top club, find they're not 4-0, and now we've got 12 very easy tricks because we can ruff a heart, and we are basically on the spade finesse for our over trick. So after drawing the trumps, we would play king of spades, spade to the jack, and we would wrap up all 13 tricks. So I don't actually need to play any cards through for 6 clubs. You would take a straight spade finesse, having cashed the king, and you would make all 13 tricks. Now, if the contract was 6 no trumps, now you don't have a 6th club trick by roughing a heart in the short club hand. you actually now need to make a third spade trick to make your 6 no trumps. Now, I don't think much of the field will get this to 6 no trumps. I think if you're getting this to slam, you're going to be playing the slam in clubs because it's so much more likely to make, as indeed it is here. So I would say that if you make 6 no trumps exactly, even if the cards align well enough that you could have made an over trick, you're scoring well. Enter the spade safety play. So you need a third spade trick. You don't need 4 spade tricks, because that would give you an over trick, and we're only trying to make our contract because we think 6 no trump making will score very well. Now, how should you play the spades to make a third trick? It's a suit combination that players go wrong on. Players go king and low to the jack, but that's not the best way to make a third spade trick. It's the best way to try to make all 4 spade tricks. The best way to make 3 spade tricks at the possible sacrifice of a 4th spade trick is to play ace and king and then lead towards the jack. That way you will make a third spade trick when East has a doubleton queen. So ace and king first, then low towards the jack. That is how you would play 6 no trump, and you would make 6 no trump because West has the queen. The jack would be promoted. You would make 12 tricks. So you would make 13 tricks in 6 clubs, 12 tricks in 6 no trumps. But what about in 3 no trumps? We're going to run through that now, and I'll put an auction, a reasonable auction to 3 no trump on the left hand side, and it's absolutely fascinating because in 3 no trump we're going to go flat out to try to make all 13 tricks if we can. We actually can make all 13 tricks, which is amazing. Okay, so I've put a sort of 5-card majory auction up there. North opening a club, South jumping to 2 no trump, which is strongly invitational, non-forcing in modern 5-card major style, and then North thinking, facing 11-12, probably not quite a slam, not pushing for close slams of duplicate pairs, and just raising to 3 no trumps. The play's the thing. West leading 3 of diamonds. Actually, doesn't matter what West leads. There is a case for West to lead perhaps a heart rather than a diamond there, or even to lead the queen of diamonds, because it can give away a trick if, for example, if South diamonds were king 10 doubleton. But it's going to work fine here. East playing the cheaper of equals, the 9, forcing out Declarer's king. So now West knows that East has the 10 of diamonds. Otherwise, Declarer would have won the 10. So Declarer is now going to check that the clubs aren't splitting 4-0, in which case there'd be a finesse required. They're not. In fact, they're 2-2. And now a third club. East is going to discard the queen of hearts, telling West that East has a sequence down from the queen. Well, it's not easy, but you know the best discarding here for West is to keep holding the 3 hearts to the 7, because that's a guard behind Declarer's guard. When you're deciding which defender should keep which suit and which defender should throw, then you try to keep the suit on your right. So it's actually going to be better for West to keep the hearts, even though they're a lot weaker than East's, and then for East to keep the diamonds over Dummy's guard. So West going to discard a diamond. This is best defense. And another diamond on the king of clubs. So to make, spoiler alert, all 13 tricks, even though it just seems impossible. I mean, the spade finesse is 12, but the spades don't split. Can we really make all 13? Here's how we do it. So we don't play the king of spades because that's a crucial re-entry to hand. We play a first round finesse of the jack. Succeeds. And now we've got to temporarily block the spades by playing the ace first, keeping that a king of spades re-entry to hand. West throwing the card that he's known to hold there by playing the queen, known to hold the queen because low to the jack succeeded. And now, as declarer, what we've got to do, in fact, is we've got to cash the ace of diamonds to remove West's queen. If we don't cash the ace of diamonds and then we cross to our king of spades and then lead the fifth club, West can actually throw the queen of diamonds away, has an idle card. So we've got to remove that possibility. We've got to cash that ace so that West's queen is gone. Now we lead a third spade. East can throw a diamond. East still has the master diamond. West following. And now and only now comes the fifth club. If West had that queen of diamonds left because we hadn't cashed dummy's ace, West could throw it away now and the desired position wouldn't materialize. But as it is, West now is squeezed, has to throw a heart away. I mean, May in practice have thrown one away earlier, in truth, from 3 to the 7. But as it happens, 3 to the 7 is highly significant because it's higher than our third heart. The 7 of hearts beats our 4 on the third round. But West has to throw that 3 of hearts away now to keep the higher spade than dummy. Dummy's 6 of spades can now be discarded, having served its purpose. And now East is also squeezed. So this started out as, I believe, a compound squeeze, but it's now a double squeeze. And East has to keep the 10 of diamonds to stop dummy's 5 of diamonds from being promoted, and so throws away a heart. They've both been squeezed down to a doubleton heart. And now, hey presto, we're going to make a 13th trick with the lowly 4 of hearts, and there was nothing the defense could ever have done about it. Amazing, really. Now, if any of you played 3 no trump like that to make 4 over tricks, well, will you please come and be my partner? We can enter the England trials, because that is very, very grown-up play. But you can make all 13 tricks. If you were in 6 no trumps, though, you wouldn't play it like that, because you would make the safety play to make 3 spade tricks, which is, as I say, ace, king, and low to the jack. And if you were in 6 clubs, then, well, you would simply take a spade finesse for your over trick and make all 13 tricks. So lots to that deal. Hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you next time for the last in the series, the Friday Children in Need duplicate. If you enjoyed me running through this board, I have I put out series of videos every day for all levels of players, instructional videos and details of how to subscribe below. And see you next time. Bye.